What is up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We got, 16 days until the official first game goes off. I forget what that first Thursday game is, but it's or Friday. I know it's like there's a couple special games to start, and then full bore right into the regular season. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Anyways, this is my first. I've opened a couple of these, maybe 3. Nothing insane as far as data I have opening these. I know the ones that I opened, there was like a pink insert in them that were kind of sharp looking. I'm not familiar with all the names. Electrolytes. I just figured it'd be a fun chase to try and get an auto one of these guys. I know there's a guaranteed RPA and I think 3 autos total. And the box is actually really heavy. It's been a little while since I've opened like an optic hobby box that kind of looks like that. But that's the only thing I can really compare it to. Yeah, college football is really close. We got 2 megas, which I think we're hunting the same cards in all of them. I don't think, without them having the license, I don't think there's enough in either box that would be mega exclusive or hobby exclusive. But we got 4 blasters, which 100 some cards, 2 megas, and the big old hobby box we'll save to the end. So appreciate you guys snagging some teams in the final hour here, which is great because it'd take me a while to get all those things, all of them on eBay. That's typically what I do if I take a team myself. It turns into eBay, or some of it I send in PYTs down the road. Alright, let's get into it. We got, shouldn't be too long of a break. Be the last one before football season starts. Probably our last 2024 break, other than maybe some mixers with some boxes left laying around, at least for me. I know I saw Score and Donruss Elite on the shelf at Walmart yesterday or the day before, whatever day I went. So that stuff's gonna be rolling fast. Football season goes by too fast. Anyways, good luck everyone. Let's get into our first blaster box here. I was looking at the checklist, and that's why some of the bigger 2024 chase teams are cheaper, because I don't think there's a couple players who don't even have cards in here that you would think would. I forget. So that was when I was coming up with the prices, but I think the biggest one was the biggest no name that I can remember was, I think, Brian Thomas. I don't even think he has a base card. All right. Anyways, let's get into it. Good luck, everybody. Tony Dorsett, Josh Cribbs. I love some of the legend names. Marvin Harrison on the Circuit Breakers, and a Jalen Wright. I'm not sure if the pack order is always like vet, insert, rookie, Kuechly, Walter Payton, Tom Brady on the Glimmer and Gleam, and a Chris Braswell. Nick, I tell you what, if we hit a Tom Brady or a Drake May auto, holy Moses. I think that would be better than, yeah, Penix is the other one, you're right. Penix was one of the surprises. Richard Dent, Suggs, Amarius Mims. I think baseball calls this well, it was called a wave one year. I forget what it is now. And Isaiah Davis. I know there's like X-Fractors and there should be, well, there's our first pink. We got Herman Moore, John Randall, Conductors, Jim Kelly, Purple Laser, we'll call it. We'll call it Purple Laser, even though that's a Panini. Revis, James Harrison, Xavier Worthy, there we go, Josh, and a Roman Wilson. Just started Keith, we're on our first blaster box still. I talked for a little bit before we got into it. We're just chatting about how weird it is that there's some players that don't even have like base cards in here. No, green, that must be a numbered card. Chris Carter, Keyshawn Johnson, Marvin Harrison, 150 out of 175, and a Joshua Carty. Arizona goes to the house. I bet you that green looks really sharp on a Packers player. T.O. Howie Long, Michael Vick, and a Aina Smith on a blue laser. I wonder if this is what is considered the electrolytes insert. Nice hit, Tim. I think Topps is really sharp. It's just I think they lose a lot of hype without having the rights of the team names and whatnot. Marcus Allen, Moss, Isaac Bruce on a hollow, and Jackson Powers Johnson. This is even a little different than a hollow. Well, no, maybe it's just a hollow base. They look a little different than I was comparing it to Worthy. It does look a little different. Doing the 8 packs of 4 is kind of crazy. Which, I mean, doesn't suck. Just different. We start off with a blue here, so I think we got another number. Getting a numbered card per box. I'm assuming there's chances of autos and stuff. We got Ocho Cinco, Ed McCaffrey, Caleb out of 99. How about that, Keith? It does look like there's a little bit of a print line right up the side here. Color match. Here I'm talking about Packers match in the green. We hit a Caleb We'll throw that up there, right in the center. Nice hit, Keith. Eric All was our last card. Keith, I'll send an empty pack with you. I don't know if Topps does any type of like card replacement like Panini does, but there is a print line right through his the shoulder on the right side, his left shoulder, like through this wrist here. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but if for some reason you decide that it's something you'd want to try and replace, but that blue is super sharp. Walter Payton, Chris Carter, Will Shipley, and a Maurice Liafeu. It'll definitely be a little different sorting these breaks out without the helmets or the logos or anything. The Edge, Marshall Falk, Devin Hester, and a Tyler Guyton. Going up to Scott. LT, the Bus, Aaron Donald on the Hollow, and Amarius Mims. These Topps packs don't open as good as Panini packs. Eddie George, Joe Montana, Trey Benson on the Recruits, and a Cade Stover. Keyshawn Johnson, T.O., Michael Pratt on the Conductors, and a Joe Green on the... I feel like every one of these electro lights that we open look a little bit different. Howie Long, Marcus Allen, Byron Murphy, and Cole Bishop. Randy Moss. A lot of repeats on the base. Kurt Warner, Tony Dorsett on the Glimmering Gleam, and a Rook Corico. We're doing excellent on our numbered cards. Say, I don't. It's like the blue ones have the straight across on the top. Let's grab that other pink one. So unless it's supposed to, well, maybe blue is. I might be looking at this way too deep, but both of the blues we hit so far are rookies, and both of the pinks are vets. I would imagine that's not completely the case, but the design is completely different. Emmett Smith, Jim Kelly, Edgerrin Cooper out of 52 out of 399. I got a cool place for this card. And a Troy Fatanu. I thought it was just a silver, but we'll take a numbered card too. Strahan, McNabb, Cole Bishop, and a Darius Robinson. Palomalu, Doug Williams, Peyton Manning, and a Dawkins. Let's see, we got another. The vet is pink again. Fell right in my lap. Dickerson, AR, Jermaine Burton, and a Tommy Eichenberg. I always forget that the Bengals have 2 tight ends in this draft class. Elway, Staubach, Keon Coleman, and a Tyke Smith. Voltaic. Some of their words are kind of like Panini knockoffs almost. Ogden, Jason Taylor, Marvin Harrison, and a Jacob Cowing. Nobody took San Fran. Archie Manning, Bo Jackson, Dan Marino, and a Bub Means. It's cool that they call him Bub on this because I think his real name is. I don't think it's that. I forget what it is, but. Maybe it is Bub. I forget. Maybe I'm confusing him with an older player. Mean Joe, Sherman, Jim Kelly, Patrick Paul. Alright, we got one more blaster. 3 for 3 on rookie card, or numbered rookie cards here. MJD, Trell Davis, Anthony Muniz, and Aina Smith. I think that's the first pack that didn't have an insert in spot 3. Or insert a rookie, I should say. I'm more of a patterns guy. Antonio Freeman, Peyton Manning, CJ Stroud, and a Braylon Trice. Nice CJ Stroud on. Oh, the word came to me. I think they call it a ray wave. I'll go to Jake. McMahon, Andre Reed, Ricky Williams, and a Maurice Leafew going out to Scott and Dallas. Stroud, Torrey Holt, Earl Campbell on the hollow, and a Byron Murphy. Oh, this one didn't open very good. Gronk, Strahan, Blake Corum, and the Tavondre Sweat. Dan Fouts, Eli, Brett Favre on the conductors, and Josh Cribbs. Minnesota Brett Favre, that's not cool. Going to Tim. Tim Brown. Speaking of Tim, Terry Bradshaw, Kingsley Suamatiatia, and a Malik Washington. Josh hitting some silver rookies. Hopefully this one's got a numbered card. Maybe we're not guaranteed a numbered card, but we just got lucky. Steve Largent, Aaron Donald, Terry Bradshaw, and the Talise Fuaga. Come through here in my magic dust collector real quick. A lot of sparkles on tops. Alright, let's get into our mega boxes. And we got 4 parallels per box. Chance at redemptions. We're packed up real good. We got styrofoam and everything. We got, looks like 6 packs of 8 for megas. Still have yet to see any of our quarterbacks outside of Caleb. So we got disco of some kind, maybe. So Steve Largent, Aaron Donald, MJD, Terrell Davis, Adonai Mitchell, Jalen Wright on a blue disco of some sort. Looks not numbered, so that must be just an insert. Marvin and Chop Robinson. That color match on Miami is really sharp. I looked. Let's see. There's not nearly as much info on these as a Panini box. So I'm guessing maybe no. Because on the megas it says redemption cards carry a 10-year expiration date, but it doesn't say anything like that on the blaster. I've never redeemed anything with tops. So we got another disco here. McNabb, Palomalu, Doug Williams, Dickerson, Barry Sanders, Isaiah Davis, Kalen Bullock, and a Jonah Ellis. That doesn't mean that they don't have a chance, but there's no verbiage like that. Yeah, AR, Elway, Staubach, Emmitt Smith, the Bus, Fuaga, Michael Hall, and a Trevin Wallace. Lots of legendary quarterbacks, but no rookie quarterbacks quite yet. Looks like we got a green type of numbered card here. Muniz, McMahon, Andre Reed, CJ Stroud, Will Shipley on the hollow. We got a Bucky Irving on a 149. Anyone take Tampa? No Tampa. Newman and a Johnny Wilson. This is like a mint color almost. It even showcases all of these guys right on the packs. Torrey Holt, Gronk, Strahan, Warren Moon on the conductor. Oh, we get a random auto here. Devin Leary on the top certified auto. Frank Gore on a disco. Cedric Gray. Oh, Mike Sanders still. Not the quarterback auto we're looking for, folks. The Megas do have hits. Kelly, Ogden, Jason Taylor, Archie Manning, Jonathan Brooks, Bob Greasy on the disco, Leary, and Jordan Morgan. Look at the glasses on Greasy in this picture. That was a pretty nice mega though. Quarterback auto, numbered card. Devin Leary, he's Baltimore. I think he's Baltimore's like pretty low on the totem pole quarterback. I forget where he even, if he's still in Baltimore or not. But it was a bonus auto. I think we got a numbered card here. We got Elway, Staubach, Emmitt Smith, Jim Kelly. God, he won't leave us alone now. Devin Leary on the hollow. Lad McConkey out of 399. Nobody's home. Galen Bullock and Jonah Ellis. Palomalu, Doug Williams, Dickerson, Richardson, Jalen Wright, Javon Bullard on the disco, Cedric Gray, Mike Sanders still. I keep looking over to give someone a shout out, and unfortunately, they're going to the house. Ogden, Jason Taylor, Arch, Peyton Manning. Oh, Donovan McNabb. There we go, Tim. How about a Donovan McNabb gold wave auto out of 50? 33 out of 50. From the side, you can't even tell that it's going to be a big hit. I know that makes you happy, even though it's not a... I'm guessing it's not an insane hit as far as value, being McNabb. Vic on the disco, Michael Hall. I don't think I've ever seen a McNabb auto. Bo, Joe, Sherman, Riggins. My base pile is getting big over here. T.O. Audric Esteman, the disco. Leary, Jordan Morgan. In a way, this product just is like Panini, where the back two cards in these packs are the same guys. Where it's Leary and Morgan were together, is what I'm saying. Bledsoe, Sterling Sharp, Champ, Witten, Marcus Allen, Tyler Guyton, Will Reichard, and Olu Fashanu. Come on, we gotta see some more. We can't be this unlucky when it comes to quarterbacks. Maybe Hester, Andre Rison, Williams, Phil Simms, Jermaine Burton, Okoye, AJ Barner, Keon Coleman. All right, time for the big boy. This is where we want to see all those cards anyway. This box is really dense. I don't see anywhere on it where it says how many packs or anything are in it. But it truly does feel like an optic hobby. Same thing here. Redemptions generally carry a 10-year expiration date. One RPA per box. May be a redemption card. 2 additional autographs per box. So we should see 3 total autos. We got 8 cards per pack. So looking like 12 packs. Empty box. Alright, good luck everyone. Hopefully RPA is one of these quarterbacks we haven't seen. If we get a handful of numbered cards. Fred Biletnikoff, that's a new name. Steve Young, Joe Theismann, Charles Woodson, Tony Dorsett, Brett Favre on the Glimmer and Gleam out of 249. We got Devontae Walker and Liatu. I don't want to be selfish, but Charles Woodson auto would be pretty cool. Jason Kelsey, Brady, AP, Isaac Bruce, Roman Wilson on a hollow, Ricky Pearsall on silver circuit breaker, Murphy, Tavondre Sweat. Nice hit, Pittsburgh. I personally think Roman Wilson is going to be really good this year. First time we hit Ricky, too. Josh Cribbs, Dick Dent, Suggs, Herman Moore, Jalen Wright on the hollow, wrong commander, McCaffrey on the circuit breaker, Brennan Rice, Spencer Rattler, Keith with a QB hit. This pack's ruffled up a little bit, so this one's going to be our auto, I'm sure. One of our autos. Maybe not. Falk, LT, Jerome Bettis, Eddie George, Earl Campbell on the hollow, Bo Jackson on the Glimmer and Gleam out of 275. Guyton and Adisa Isaac. Oh, that looks like an auto right there, huh? Kuechly, Walter Payton, Chris Carter, Keyshawn Johnson. We got Lawrence Taylor out of 249. Going out to Jake. Blake Corum on the hollow voltaic. McMillan and Latham. This minty color is kind of cool, truthfully. Well, we're going to have some excitement in these last few packs, assuming we get all three autos. This looks like our, at least a patch. That thing, I want to say it's really thick, but I have nothing to compare it to. There's some purple on it. We'll pull these off the back. We got Steve Young, Cameron Kinchins, and Jaden Hicks. So now we got RPA in the back. T.O., Howie Long, Marcus Allen, Randy Moss, Blake Corum, 64 out of 75 with a 3-ish colored patch. Unfortunately, looks like it's going to the house. We are not fitting in that sleeve. 1 second. As a Michigan fan, I absolutely love this as your breaker. This is crazy how many The odds are crazy. Yeah, absolutely sick hit for me. Not what I expected at all. Still got 2 more autos. Got Kurt Warner, Ocho Cinco, McCaffrey, Edge, Isaiah Davis, Marshall Falk, Marshawn Lloyd, and a Troy Franklin. I really assumed that there would be lots of quarterbacks in this. John Randall, Revis, James Harrison, got a Montana on the hollow, Xavier Worthy on the auto. That's a sweet rookie auto. Going out to our guy Josh. Uno 1X. We finally hit a Jane Daniels right behind it. On the conductors with a Theo Johnson and a Peyton Wilson. Daniels finally on the board. The Xavier Worthy auto is sweet. Uno 1X. Montana, Campbell, Barry, Michael Irvin, Will Shipley out of 199 for Tim, Marshawn Lloyd, Braylon Trice, Malik Washington. Yeah, the checklist for tops isn't huge, so I assumed our odds would be pretty solid, but oh, is that a redemption? I think that's a redemption. Thurman Thomas, Vic, Okoye, Jerry Rice. Yeah, that's redemption. Brett Favre, Aida Smith, Talise Fuaga. We only got 3 left, so we'll sweat the redemption. We'll put it right there. I have no clue what kind of players are in the redemptions. Hines Ward, but now I'm excited. Levis, Flutie, Mike Singletary, Barry Sanders on the hollow, Bradshaw, Terzon Newton, and a Jalen Polk. If any of you guys have any predictions for that redemption, send them in. So it could be just about anybody. It's not necessarily like select where it's pretty much a stud. Aikman, JJ Watt, Marino. That wasn't me saying that Cooper DeJean's not a stud. Drew Brees. We got Richard Dent out of 125. 69 out of 125 to be exact. Ricky Williams, Rick Estrada, and Adonai Mitchell. Keith ends it with a Dick Dent numbered card. That'll sell for more, being number 69. Can almost guarantee it. Alright, let's check out this redemption. I've never seen a Topps redemption before. Congratulations, you're due to receive a rookie signature white surge parallel of Quinyon Mitchell. Well, good thing you know how to do this already, Tim. Good break, Tim. I'm gonna throw in this classic hanger, since some of you guys that snake teams might have some guys, even though it's from 23. I got a couple of these left from over the years, and you guys are hopping in breaks all the time, and who knows what might be in here. Dalton Kincaid, our first rookie, and a Dejon Johnson. Set those down for a second. Eddie Jackson, ETN, AJ Brown, Sam Laporta on the rookie green with a Bijan and a Trevor Lawrence. So RC gets a little bonus hit on the green wave Laporta. Actually a pretty nice card. Not quite centered. I'm running out of stuff to throw into breaks though, that's for sure. We'll do a quick little run through. There definitely was some awesome hits. Richard Dent out of 125. That's such a random number. Barry Sanders. We got Bo Jackson out of 275. If any of you guys see any of these hits that were housed, to me, just send a message, say, hey, I want that card. I say, okay. Got Ricky Pearsall, Roman Wilson, Estime, Frank Gore. I really couldn't believe that we only hit a few quarterback cards. I appreciate all you guys. Isaiah Davis, Jalen Wright, Kingsley Swamatamia, Leafew, CJ Stroud, Marino, Coween, Dawkins, Guyton, Smith. Tim had a really good break. Got Tom Brady on the Glimmer and Gleam, Quinion Mitchell on the Redemption, Xavier Worthy auto, McNabb out of 50, McConkey out of 399, Bucky out of 150, Worthy, Caleb out of 99 is a huge card, Will Shipley, Jane Daniels on the Conductors, Lawrence Taylor, Marvin Harrison, Blake Corum was our big RPA, Brett Favre out of 249, Edwin Cooper out of 399, Devin Leary on the auto. But seriously, I think this Caleb is, that color match blue is so sharp, even as a Packer fan. But Keith, like I said, I'll send a pack or two with you, just in case. Let me write that down so I don't forget. But seriously, was an awesome break. Our hit pile is very big. I'll get this sorted over the next few days and have it so with you guys by the weekend. Have a good rest of your week. Hopefully all of your fantasy drafts are wonderful. See you guys in the group. See you guys in the next one.